Yes, student. We have discussed the earlier videos lecture what are pronouns. Here we will go through with the help of tabular form of the kinds of pronoun. So earlier video lecture we have discussed a lot more about the personal pronoun, and here you are. See, personal pronoun. First kind of pronoun is here given, personal pronoun. So in a tabular form, the definition is given: personal pronouns used for a specific object or person. It means personal pronoun stand for as a proper noun for a person or a common noun or as an object in the sentence. So here, for example, we have here given in the table form, that is I, he, she, me. All these are the personal pronoun. How earlier video we have discussed the first person, second person, and third person, and their subjective case as well as their objective case and their possessive case. So here all those pronouns, first person as a first person, I and we, that means singular plural. Second person, you and you. Third person, he, she, it as a singular, and they as a plural is mentioned in the personal pronouns. And with their objective pronoun, if we discuss for first person I, objective pronouns is there me. For plural word, first person plural pronoun we, the objective case becomes us, and for second person it becomes you, for both the singular and plural. For third person he, it becomes him as an objective pronoun. For she, third person she, her becomes as an objective pronoun. For it become an objective pronoun. For third person plural, they, them becomes an objective pronouns. Now, according to table, let us discuss demonstrative pronoun. So, in detail, if we discuss about the demonstrative pronoun, where are they used? They are used to point out the object or objects, sometimes may be single or in more than single, that is a plural, they indicate. So here what according to table, what shall we learn here? Demonstrative pronoun helps in pointing out nouns that may be near or far in terms of distance and time. So altogether, demonstrative pronoun help us to point out the object or objects they indicate. Here the word like these, that for singular, these, those for plural as demonstrative pronoun can be used. If we discuss through example, for then we realize what are the demonstrative pronoun. Here is example. This is a beautiful vase. So word this points a particular object that is given in the sentence a vase. So word this here used as a demonstrative pronoun. Same way, that was a good joke. So here in this sentence, that is used as a demonstrative pronoun because it indicates or it point out a particular things that is a joke. Okay, and same way we can use these and those for the same manner. That means they are used for the plural sense. If you want to say, and if the things are very near to us, then we can say these or these, whereas if we want to point out the things at far, then we have to use that and those. So here let us understand through example. plural sense. These are my books. So the here word these stand for plural noun as a demonstrative pronoun. Okay, those are their books. So here we point little far away from the place. That's why here we use those as a plural demonstrative pronoun. Is that clear? Now let's move to next kinds of pronoun. Here we have the third kinds of pronoun is interrogative pronoun. So here for interrogative pronoun, we are very familiar with this word interrogative. Whenever we want to ask for something, the word we use for asking particular things or matter or subject, all those words are known as the interrogative pronouns. So here according to table, interrogative pronouns used to ask question. Whenever we ask question with a particular word, then this word become the interrogative pronoun. So here in table given, for example, who, which, what, whose, there are so many WH word, all they are used as an interrogative pronoun as a question. That means if they are used in the beginning of the sentence to ask question, then only they become the interrogative pronouns, because there are the same WH word, they are used in between the sentence, then they don't play the role as being an interrogative pronoun, but then they become the relative pronoun. We will discuss later on. So here, is it clear? That means interrogative pronoun. What are the interrogative pronouns? They are used for asking question. And interrogative, all those interrogative words, that means adjective are interrogative adjective are words like what, which, whose, etc. They are always placed before noun. Suppose if we want to ask using the word noun in the asking question, how we can we ask, whose book have you got, whose book is this? Here WH word whose is used, but just with it we have a noun, common noun, book is along with the same WH word. So here it becomes interrogative adjective. The word whose is an interrogative adjective in this sentence. Whose car is that? So here again the word become the word whose become interrogative adjective. Whereas whenever the same word used as interrogative pronoun, then we don't need any object with them. Simply we can say, what is your name? Which is your bag? Who got this packet? Who is there? So all these words can be used as interrogative pronoun. Now let's move to discuss for another kinds of pronoun, that is a indefinite pronoun. Let us understand according to table. These indefinite pronouns are used to refer to nouns that are not specific. In other words, if I say indefinite pronouns stand for some nouns implied or understood. They are not specifically mentioned, but they are to be understood or they are to be implied in the sentence, then that words become indefinite pronoun. For example, you can see the word. What are the indefinite pronoun? They are each, either, anything, anybody. All those indefinite words, they stand as here indefinite pronoun. If I want to explain through example, here you have, though the food was stale, nobody complained. So here the word nobody is used here indefinite pronoun. No one came to my party. So here no one is still indefinite, showing the number of person. That's why it is an indefinite pronoun. All were waiting for the announcement. So here all means how many? We don't have a specific number of person. That's why all here use indefinite pronouns. Is clear? Now here we are to discuss another kind of pronouns, and it is possessive pronouns. According to table, this as a definition of this possessive pronouns is here. Possessive pronouns used to show what people possess. So earlier in early video lecture we have discussed difference between possessive pronoun and possessive adjective. So again I remind you, possessive pronouns shows possession by standing instead of nouns. That means they show what people possess. The simple kind of understanding is here for possessive pronoun is this: they show what people possess. That is why they are possessive pronoun. That means as owner, as a master, these words stand for possessive pronoun. Let's understand word like mine, yours, ours. So all these words can be used in sentence without noun as object with them. Earlier we have discussed the example, this is my book. So here word my is used in the sentence, but it is no more a possessive pronoun. Here the word my is stand for possessive adjective because the word my is followed by the common noun book in the sentence. That is why it is a possessive adjective, no more a possessive pronoun. If I want to say the same sentence using the word mine instead of mine, the sentence is like this: this book is mine. So here in this sentence, we at the end of the sentence we have used word mine as a possessive pronoun. Here it is no more a possessive adjective because we do not find any common noun used at the end of just behind it. That is why word like mine, yours, ours, hers, theirs becomes the possessive pronouns. Now we are going to discuss another kind of pronoun. They are now reflexive pronoun. So when we read this word reflexive, we get hint that what does reflexive means, that we get as a reflection. So it is a reflexive. So how? According to table, in definition, if we discuss, then reflexive pronoun refers to noun which have been used in the earlier part of the sentence. So in other word, if I define reflexive pronoun, that is the reflexive pronoun, or in another word we can say emphatic pronoun, that means emphasize the subject. So reflexive pronoun used when the action done by the subject reflect on the subject. Means the action done by subject that reflects on the same subject, then it becomes the reflexive pronoun. See here, the word like myself, yourself, itself, himself, all these words, and instead of, if they are singular we can say self, and if they are plural we can say selves. Instead of myself as a plural we can say ourselves, not ourself. So all these words use as a reflexive pronoun because they refer to noun which have been used in the earlier part of sentence. For example, let's see, I made some tea for myself. So here you can understand, I made my tea for myself. So word, the action of making tea reflect subject, that is I. So here word myself reflect as a reflective noun for subject I used in earlier part of the sentence. That is why for I as a reflexive noun pronoun we can say myself, we ourselves, you yourself, she he himself, she herself, they themselves. All these words are reflexive pronouns in the sentence. Sometimes they are known as a emphatic pronoun. See, I said example for explaining what is reflexive, that is, I made some tea for myself. So here tea is made for oneself, that is none but me, myself. If I say the same sentence in a different manner, I made tea myself. So here again the word myself reflects and emphasizes on the subject I. How? Here it clearly say who has made the tea? None but I myself. So here word myself here used as a emphatic pronouns. Now let's move to understand the relative pronouns. So relative pronoun. As per table, we can define relative pronoun make it clear which person or thing we are talking about. Here, whenever we use word relative pronoun in the sentence, that means it make clear for which person we are talking, for which thing we are talking. That means there no room left for any doubt in the sentence while using the relative pronouns in the sentence. The word like who, whom, whose, see, all these words stand as a relative pronoun. In another word, if I define relative pronoun, they are used to add information about a noun already mentioned and also help in joining two sentences together. They are words like who, whom, whose, which, that. All these words stand for relative pronoun. So here, friends, the table given in the textbook is simply shows us kinds of pronoun, their definition and their words that stand for the various kind of pronouns. In second table, we are discussing, we have already discussed, but here clearly given, see, the words first person, second person and third person, that they are used as a first personal pronoun. So here see, as a first person singular pronoun is I, me. So I is a subjective pronoun, whereas me as a objective pronoun. For plural, we, us. So here word we is a subjective pronoun, us is an objective pronoun. Same way for second person, you, and for you singular and for you plural. That means for singular plural, you is you pronoun is used as a second person, and their objective case is also use you. Let us discuss of third person. So third person, he, and an objective pronoun is him. For she, her, it, and for plural, they, them as an objective pronoun. They as a subjective pronoun, where then is a them is a objective pronoun. So hope we have good understanding regarding the pronoun. If we attempt the given textual exercise in our notebook, by the time then we have clear understanding of the pronoun. Thank you. Good day.